So, boys and girls, finally it's time for the 15th lecture of this course, which is called chemistry. The course code for this particular course is CH101 for odd semester and CH201 for even semester. This is Jeet, and you are watching the lecture on real gases. Okay, real gases part 1. Now, as you know that real gases have two parts, part 1 and part 2. The part 1 is this one, 15th lecture, and part 2 is 16th lecture. Okay, so we gradually come across these two lectures, but before going into the details, let us recapitulate that what we people have done already. So we have done 8 lectures of inorganic chemistry, and we have completed 6 lectures of physical chemistry, right? Module 2, and this belongs to physical chemistry only, and this is real gases, right? So let us see what real gases are, and this is part 1 of the real gases part. Okay, right. Now these are the topics that we will see: real gases, reasons for derivation of real gas, and equation of state for real gas. But I'm not willing to do it like this. My wish is a little different from whatever is present here. You know, I want to know first about what is ideal gas. Okay, then I want to see what are the properties of ideal gas. Then I want to see why ideal gases does not exist. Then we will see that how real gases came into being. Without having proper idea about ideal gases, how we can know about real gases, right? So let us have little bit idea about ideal gases first. So ideal gases are called ideal since they follow the gas laws. Okay, what the gas laws are? Gas laws are nothing but Boyle's law, Charles' law, and Avogadro law. Okay, now these 3 laws, if any gas follows, then it is called ideal gas. The hypothetical concept, no gases follow that except hydrogen or helium to some extent, right? So these are called ideal gases. Now ideal gases, the movement of ideal gases was studied using the kinetic molecular theory of gas, which has 7-8 points, but with multiple assumptions. So that was overthrown, right? Now the question with this particular ideal gas, one derivation came into being, which is in fact very important for us, and that is the derivation of PV equals to nRT. Now the derivation is not important for us. We are not concerned about this derivation. What we are concerned about is what is PV equals to nRT and how PV equals to nRT is modified. Okay, so PV equals to nRT is nothing but the expression of this particular ideal gas. It is the ideal gas equation. Okay, now when ideal gases were found to be myth, and when the concept of real gases came, then a scientist named van der Waal tried to examine these gases, and he actually postulated the main expression for real gas. Okay, let us see what we are having. Okay, so here it starts. The real gases, a gas which obeys the gas laws and PV goes to nRT strictly is called ideal gas. Fine. Molecule of ideal gas are assumed to be volumeless, pointless, no attractive forces between each other, but no real gases strictly obey gas equation at all temperature pressure. Deviation from ideal behavior are observed, particularly at high pressure and low temperature. So what it is saying, definitely as per my plan, it has started with the details of ideal gas, that when a gas obeys all the laws and PV equals to nRT, it is called ideal gas, which is basically not existing that much. Okay, so molecules are assumed to be spheres and point charges with no attraction each other, but in true practice molecules have attraction against each other. Okay, so that's why it is written, but no real gas strictly obey the gas equation at all temperature pressure. Derivation from ideal behavior are observed at 2 different conditions. One is high pressure, another is low temperature. Okay, so if ideal gas equation we are not following, then what we are following? If PV is equal to nRT, then Z will be equal to 1. Z is nothing but compressibility factor. Okay. If PV not equal to nRT, then Z not equal to 1. Now here two types of conditions will arise. One is Z may be greater than 1, and another is Z may be less than 1. Let us see what these people are saying. They are saying the deviation from ideal behavior is expressed by introducing a factor Z called compressibility factor. Fine. Okay, it can be expressed as Z equals to P by nRT. This is also our common knowledge. In case of real gases, Z can be less than 1 or greater than 1. If Z less than 1, negative deviation, it shows that gas is more compressible from ideal behavior. If greater than 1, it is positive deviation, gas is less compressible as expected from the ideal behavior. Okay. Right, now we are having reason for deviation from ideal behavior. Okay, the cause of deviation is due to the following assumption of kinetic theory. Okay, so kinetic theory, I told you people that it was based on multiple assumptions. There was no sheer-thought evidence, just assumption, assumption, and assumption. Okay, now the first assumption being this: the volume occupied by gas molecules is negligibly small as compared to the volume occupied by the gas. And second one is force of attraction are negligible or absent. Now the first thing I'd like to explain first, that volume occupied by the molecules is negligible compared to the volume occupied by the gas. See, yes, the molecules are having smaller volume compared to the gas, but when this particular system will be liquefied, then this molecule will come close to each other and they will definitely result in some mass or weight. So why we are not considering it? That is what is this particular thing is saying. And attraction is there or not, that is a different issue. Okay, the first assumption is valid only at low pressure and high temperature, where the volume occupied by gas molecule is negligible as compared to total volume of gas. But at low temperature and high pressure, the molecules being compressible, the volume of the gas are no more negligible compared to the total volume. See, I told you people that whenever the gases are liquefied, that is high pressure, low temperature, then what will happen? This type of thing will happen, right? That they will not obey the normal rule. Okay. Second assumption is not valid when the pressure is high and temperature is low, but at a high pressure and low temperature, when total volume of gas is small, the force of attraction become appreciable and cannot be ignored, right? So it is quite common that if the total volume is less, then the effect will be more. If the total volume is large, the effect will be less. Okay, so this is a formula of real gas and ideal gas. It is PV by P, right? So just look at the formula in your first time. Okay, so Van der Waals equation for Van der Waals equation of state for ideal gas. What is Van der Waals saying? Let's see. We'll do volume correction and pressure correction. Okay, so this equation can be derived by considering a real gas and converting it to an ideal gas. Okay, so volume correction and pressure correction, two things will be doing. Quite interesting and will help you out if you remember this. Otherwise, it will be very difficult for you. So try to have the concept how this particular thing. Okay, so let us see the concept. It is saying that we know that for an ideal gas PV equals to nRT. Now in a real gas molecules, volume cannot be ignored, and therefore let us assume P is the excluded volume. Fine. For the moving gas molecule per mole of gas, therefore due to n moles of a gas, volume excluded will be NB, right? A real gas in a container of volume V has already available volume V minus NB, and this can be thought as ideal behavior container of the container of volume V minus NB. Okay, quite confusing. So first let us do it again. It is said that ideal gas is saying P equals to nRT. Fine, but the volume is excluded, right, in real gas. So that particular volume is asked to be B, and then it is a clear uh, explanation that therefore due to n molecule of gas the volume exceed would be NB. Okay, if volume is V for n molecules it is NB, and real gas if the volume of the container is V then it will be V minus NB. Okay, quite easy, and this will be number 1. Okay, where N is number of moles of gas, V is volume of gas, B is constant whose value depends on nature of gas. Okay, and the van der Waals constant B is actually 4 times the volume of single molecule. Okay, no need to see the lower part. Okay, it is just the multiplication of 4 into the surface area of an atom and Avogadro number. But as we are not knowing the surface area, we will not check it out. Okay. Okay, so time for pressure correction, and this one is also very interesting for us. Let us see. So this thing, let us assume that the real gas exerts a pressure P. Molecules that exert the force on the container will be attracted by the molecules of the immediate layer which are assumed not to be exerting pressure. Okay, so basically what will happen, there will be attraction existing between the molecule, and it can be seen that the pressure of the real gas would be less than the pressure of ideal gas would have been exerted. The real gas experiences attraction between molecule in reverse direction. Okay, so now the clear picture is coming up. Therefore, if a real gas exerts pressure P on an ideal gas, would exert a pressure equal to P plus P. That is, P is the pressure lost by the gas of attraction. This small pressure would be directly proportional to the extent of attraction which is hitting the container wall and the molecules which are attractive. Okay, therefore P proportional N by V slightly becomes P equals to AN square by V square, or Pi is equal to P plus AN square by V square. Right, this is the expression that till now is on. Okay, and this is the pressure correction part. So basically, see, in single words or in simple words, if we try to explain what is pressure correction, I'm telling you people, don't be so bookish, don't be so worried. The things are very simple. Suppose, say, we are having a balloon, okay, and there are 100 molecules inside. Now we are assuming that there is no attraction or repulsion between the molecules, right? But what is happening each time the balloon wall is getting stuck by one particular member, immediately he will be attracted by some other member. Just like if you are going to stuck a wall accidentally, your friend will catch you from the behind in order to save you, right? So basically what happens now, the pressure increases. This particular increase in pressure is compensated by this particular equation. Okay. So that's how it is. N is number of mole, V is volume, A is constant, right? And this is our van der Waals constant, that is P plus AN square by V square. V minus NB is equal to nRT. This is very, very important and needs to be remembered. Okay. So this was all about the van der Waals equation of state for a real gas. So basically, if we recapitulate the things that we have studied, right? The gas chapter, it depends on ideal as well as real gas both. If we consider ideal gases, we will see multiple things. If we consider real gases, then also we are going to see multiple things. Now, if we go for the ideal gas, remember the first thing was Boyle's law, that is pressure is inversely proportional to volume. This was followed by Charles' law, that is volume is proportional to temperature and all, right? Then Gay-Lussac's law, then Avogadro law. Okay, then came the equation of state T1 V1 by T1 is equal to P2 V2 by T2, right? Also we people have studied different things, right? And this was followed by this van der Waals concept and all. So basically, postulates of kinetic theory is one of the major problem while this particular thing was implemented. This ideal gas concept was implemented because the postulates were almost all hypothetical, and hypothetical things cannot go too much far distance, right? So basically, yes, now it is I have seen that different type of molecules are coming up, right? Different types of real gases are coming up, and gradually Van der Waals felt the need that there must be some modification. Okay, the kinetic theory is full of assumption. If we delete those assumptions to some extent, then what will happen? We'll get something for the real gas. That was the idea basically. So Van der Waals has done a work regarding this, and Van der Waals have seen that yes, it is quite easy to find something, and that something is the pressure correction and the volume correction. So by doing the pressure correction and volume correction, we have come across the Van der Waals equation for real gas, and we can implement this to solve the numericals later on. Okay, right? So this was all about the first part of the real gas. Okay, multiple things are present, so we are trying to cover it out. In the next lecture we'll see some more topics. Till then, stay tuned and stay safe, right? Thank you so much. See you in the next lecture.